Damn, that was maybe one of the best ones of all time, actually.
It's very clean.
I realize now it fully doesn't matter because I just sync it up to the visuals anyways. But
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
But then again, nothing matters really.
I'm not getting ahead of us, but I'm just saying, right at the top of the show, guys, we are on YouTube now. Okay, yeah. I want to make this clear. We're almost at 2,000 Spotify followers.
2,000.
We're almost at 2 stacks. There's a lot of you out there, and I know a lot of you are faithfuls. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But we have a YouTube. If you look up Woke and Boke on YouTube, or if you go to me at Moschino Dorito, any of my socials, it's the link in my bio on every fucking platform I have. Right? Go to our YouTube, and you'll realize that these episodes now are going to be a little bit more advanced. They're a little bit next level. You know what I'm saying?
They're a little bit next level.
A little bit next level. Visuals. We're going to have clips dropping in. Tony's watching Toy Story in the background. Things are going on. You're going to see facial expressions. You're going to see weed being smoked. You're going to see dogs, good boys running into the screen maybe. Sometimes. Maybe that'll happen. Who knows?
Hopefully. Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's coming through the
Oh, is Trish in there?
Something's coming off your phone. It's okay.
I couldn't hear
you could see what I'm looking at when I said that. I was just confused. Totally fine. My girlfriend's here, all right? She's not going to speak. Don't worry. It's a guys-only show. Don't worry about it, all right? And that's been made very clear. Club. That's been made very clear. This is a guys-only show. Welcome. No, we're kidding. We welcome all people on the spectrum of gender. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is there's going to be good boys. There's going to be visuals. We're going to drop in clips. You're not going to want to miss this. And it would,
tasteful nudes, sometimes.
Y'all don't understand. Tony, Max, how much do we love our fans?
A lot.
Big time. Right? All of you are our friends. Mm-hmm. All of you we would hang out with. Absolutely. You're all our friends, 100%. Y'all DM me. Some of you are been watching this shit. Max is like, but some of you guys have been DMing me for a long time. I know some of you are hardcore Ride or Die fans. If you want to help us out as fans, sub to the YouTube. Let's get that motherfucking YouTube up to 1K, baby. That's what we want. We want this YouTube up to 1K, 1 stack, baby.
Let's get it cruise.
And hit notifications, you know what I mean? So you know when the episode drops, you can smash like. Bro, if you do 5 seconds of work for us, it means a literal, like, if I see it go up 1 person, I get jazzed. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I get hyped. And right now let me check. I think we're close to fucking 200 at this point, which is great. This is the most YouTube subscribers I've ever had on any channel so far. Well, no, that's not true. Not yet.
What was the most you had?
197, I think, is what I got it to. Max got up to like the high 200s, and we were like, "Whoa, dude!"
With your rock band drumming.
Yeah.
Oh, for 200s of what? No.
What was your max YouTube sub count back in the day?
Oh, I had like 1,000.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy was famous.
Most of them weren't like people that cared. It was just like sub for sub. But I always hated that shit. But like in that community, it was so covered with people that would just be like sub for sub. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna subscribe back. So you feel free to subscribe, and then they just don't unsubscribe. So they just never engage with you, but they also are just too dumb to just unsubscribe in the hopes that one day you might subscribe to them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, none of you have any idea how this shit works.
Yeah. Right. It's like, why would you want a sub for sub?
And think about it this way, guys. Fan? If you're in the comments of a Woke and Boke YouTube, all 3 of us have that YouTube channel. And all 3 of us can reply. We'll reply with the name of the person who was replying.
We'll do it.
So you know. So you can always reach out to wokeandbokepodcast@gmail.com to give us your questions and shit. And because we read those on the show quite a bit. I'll open it up right now, by the way. But the comments we'll see immediately. You know what I mean? Not just every week when we open up the shit to read them on the show.
Scooby-Doo.
So I just wanted to say that up front because we're really trying to get the mob. We're trying to get the mafia, the Woke and Boke friendship militia that we're building. We want to get that over to YouTube. Because, dude, let me tell you something. These apps, we edit them, bro. I don't know if you've peeped the visuals. Maybe you're just listening, but if you haven't peeped the visuals, I edit this shit. I really do.
It gets edited.
He puts it in the non-linear editing program, and then he fucking edits it.
He edits it.
I need this fucking edited.
You chop it.
Why isn't this fucking color corrected? What the fuck were you doing? The contrast is too high. What the fuck were you fucking doing? You're supposed to be fucking editing fucking video. You were supposed to be editing a video for your fucking daughter. Or your fucking daughter's fucking birthday.
Well, you can't learn Premiere for your fucking daughter? Come on.
You didn't pay for Premiere? You told me you fucking stole Premiere?
You don't care about your fucking kids, huh?
I didn't ask for a fucking hack version of Premiere. I wanted the real thing. Whatever happened to buying fucking Premiere? Whatever happened to buying the Final Pro for $600?
And then you just own it forever.
Whatever fucking happened to fucking buying FL Studio for just fucking owning it? Guys, back then they used to just fucking own it.
I think that's the only one that you can still just own.
It's FL Studio? What does that stand for? Fruity Loop Studio?
Yeah, it was just Fruity Loops originally.
Bro,
I think they just changed it FL Studio to be like, yeah, we're real now.
Remember when we saw fucking Melt Banana and she was using a Audition, or no, she was using a Ableton Live, like
the controller, the
MPC,
wireless, the Bluetooth, just like
to play guitar or to play the drums. Or
she was triggering like the drums and the other instruments with that thing and just dancing and singing and shit. It was crazy.
That's a Japanese band, right? Like a punk band from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're like noise punk,
noise rock,
pop.
Yeah,
band.
like
they're crazy.
Yeah, they've been around for like 20 years. They've been around for a good while.
Are they abrasive?
Yeah, fully.
Do you listen?
Yeah, like let me put it this way: like they don't have a real drummer anymore. They just use programmed drums because the drums are so fucked up.
Do you listen to abrasive music? just a first date with a girl. Do you like abrasive music?
Or men?
Do you like to be treated abrasively by people?
Holy Christ.
It's like, so what do you do? I'm in real estate. Hey, but real quick, do you like abrasive? Do you like abrasiveness? Period.
What's your stance on it?
Are they abrasive? Just Roger Ebert. He doesn't know how to review music. He's so good at reviewing movies. He doesn't know how to review music. And he's just like, are they abrasive? They are. Okay. Good to hear.
Right.
What is music? I don't know what it is.
How does it sound?
That reminds me of that Kyle's video back when he's like, this is music. This is such music. The music is so good. Or I don't remember what this shit is, but
oh man, it was that Gabe Gundacker dude. He's like, "Is this music?"
Oh,
that I like this.
Yeah.
I like. Is it coming from the white or from the black? From neither. Oh, well, I like it. Oh, it's not playing right now.
It's playing. It's not playing. Now it's playing. It's playing.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, that's the shit. That's the kind of shit that just transcends reality.
That's the shit. Like you have a hard day in like senior year of high school and you come home and you just watch a Vine and you're just exhausted enough that it just hits you in the right angle and that shit makes you cry laughing.
Oh yeah.
King Batch used to do that shit to me. He just had little ways to surprise you last second. You know,
yeah,
Big Spoon.
He was like,
let's throw Big Spoon on the screen.
Hey dog, you get some ice cream? Only a spoonful.
Grapevine, classic.
Dude, King Bach looks like the world's biggest douche in this fucking what is it, a Drake song, but it's like where he's Justin Bieber or something. And then like at the end of the video, they're just like posing in front of a car, and Bach is just like standing there, just like swinging a bottle and just like standing there like that. It was like
doing like the power stance type shit.
Yeah, it was like
back power stance vibes.
Yeah, it was. I was like, you're cool.
It's gonna be interesting how
look up to you.
The Vine path, like it's gonna be interesting how TikTok compares to the Vine career path, because Vine had no marketability or like monetizationalizations abilities. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, TikTok has made. Has anyone even talked about Vine 2 since like 2 years ago? Like it's pretty much not even needed, right?
We have literally advanced past the need for Vine 2, I think.
Yeah, because I think, well, that's the thing is they were just like, well, it's not going to have any monetization options. And everyone was like, all right, cool. So it doesn't exist.
Right. So I'm already getting paid
so
on
it's
TikTok.
Not going to happen.
Later, Gator.
Because that was the whole reason Vine died in the first place, is there was no money there.
And then TikTok had a better app that had way more functionality, and then they monetized it, and so there's just no point.
The fact that I can
we don't need Vine.
Drag clips and edit them just the perfect cut, and then you also give me shareable sounds, you're done. You're
Dude, there's got to be something I'm missing
apps,
about the platform. Like I absolutely loathe using like TikTok anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I barely use it. I only get on when Connor's like, dude, some shit is popping off, and then I'll like watch like 10 videos in a row, and then
like I think I'm just missing something fundamentally, because just the creative part of it I hate.
Oh, you don't like the UI or the UX, like as far as like like creating stuff? Because I've never even tried it.
I hate the little fucking like no ability to like manually trim clips by like time. Because it's just like I'll try to make a perfect loop, and it's just like you have to make a perfect loop in like an editing software and then put it into TikTok and then see if it works. And I'm just like, well, maybe it's easier if you just do it on the proprietary TikTok thing, so it doesn't get like re-encoded and fucked in. It's just like I don't know. I think my problems are very specific, but
all of those are bad to me. The like, oh, I'm gonna fluidly stop the loop gap from happening. It's like it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. No. You can always tell when it loops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. Some of yours like have been pretty like close to being like a perfect loop. Like one recently, especially. I don't remember which one it was.
But the one where they like do one shot, one uncut shot, and
when it's meant to be,
try to bridge the loop. It's still like, and that's why I am the guy who has a big penis.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I guess yours is like cuts, and that's why it's no, you're right. If it's like a continuous thing,
it's never going to be perfect. Like Vine had it somewhat perfect. I feel like not in some cases, like maybe, but I think it all boils down to how you shoot it. Because it's like when you do the like cutting like a person, like that shit never works. But if it's like static, like,
it's always like
no sound, then you can sell it.
And that's why you should start eating vegetables before every workout. Step 1. You got to start it.
Yeah.
And that's why you stop eating your vegetables every, it's always, it's always a fucking whatever. But,
cyclical.
Wasn't there a time limit? Like Vine was like 6 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who would want that? Like, I mean,
my ADHD ass.
You can choose to make a 6-second TikTok, but like, yeah.
I want to get back to this, but Tony, shut the fuck up real quick.
Why?
I forgot something. And it's your guys' fault because you didn't remind me.
Oh, well.
I forgot to introduce the podcast.
That's a you problem.
Do it then.
I like this face. See, I can get visual with the folks now. I forgot
the podcast.
Forgot the podcast. Yeah, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, guess the fuck what? Hopefully, it is Monday, February 1st, 2021. Welcome. And it's not hopefully. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Guaranteed.
Understand me, kid?
Definitely.
Welcome to another episode of Woke in Boke. Boom! I'm going to try and do something.
Flames.
Do like something.
Explosion.
Maybe I can get a PNG animation of some kind for somebody.
Would be neat, yeah.
Who knows? this is episode 70, to be quite exact. I am Connor Boyd, your host. And guess what? Today, I'm always grateful to be joined by my two best friends in the whole friggin' world. Always the gay comes out. The great gateway to the West. We have Max Sanza with us, first of all. Max.
Hello.
What up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
And also coming in at 7'0" inch penis, we have Tony Harrop.
Dude, look, I'm lining my eye up with the ring light. It looks like I'm a cyborg guy.
It looks like you're what's that shit from Naruto? Rasengan?
Yeah. You got the fucking
looks like you have like eye vitiligo.
Got the Byakugan.
Vitiligo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the white
or like
one.
Anakin or some shit.
I think
like
the
crazy eye,
Rinnegan.
just like
Yeah, like from the Genitarica series. Anakin! Every week we get together, by the way, and do this. We smoke weed. We catch up as friends, as besties, as besticle testicles. And we chit and chat about the things that transpired the week prior. What transpired the week prior? What transpired in the Congress the week prior? You know what I'm saying? And usually, what do we talk about, boys? Movies, right? Sometimes we talk about video games a lot. We talk about the internet. We talk about current events sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. When stuff happens.
Sometimes we might talk about
nothing
fashion.
really happens these days, though.
We don't ever talk about fashion, but maybe sometimes we talk about fashion. You know, and that's it. We get baked and we do this shit. Okay?
Yes.
And we love all of the people that join us every week to listen to that and to watch it now, which is exciting. And like I said, go subscribe to that motherfucking YouTube. It's going to be the place to be to see Woke and Boke content.
And to pee.
It's the place to pee.
Yeah. When you're watching our videos,
Tony,
pee.
Max, and me.
Place to pee.
You know what I'm saying? So do that. First of all,
No.
And then also, if you're not, follow us on Spotify. If you're not already doing so, you will also not miss an episode. By the way, hit notifications on YouTube. Do that shit. I'll show you what I'm talking about here on the screen. That just makes it so that you can know when, fucking episodes are ready. Noti gang, you know what I mean?
You gotta know.
Noti militia. We appreciate
Noti
you.
Melody.
Noti militia. Noti melody. So yeah. Do that. Also follow us on Spotify, and then also follow us on our socials, which are at Woke and Boke Pod for the Twitter. We post a lot of fucking funny like TikToks and shit on that, and we post clips on that every week. And then also follow our Instagram at Woke and Boke Podcast, which we post clips on every week as well, so you can get those in your feed. And then also, an update when the pod is live. You can also finally reach out to our Gmail, which is wokeandbokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all of these are, guess what, listed in either the description on YouTube or in the description on Spotify or your podcast app of choice. Thank you for tuning in this week, guys. I'm hyped. I feel... These days, Woke and Boke feels great, man. It feels great to Woke and Boke these days. There's never been a better time to Woke and Boke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
With the
definitely.
visuals, with just the vibes are right.
Audio-visual situation.
This is episode 70, dude. Like, 70 episodes of a thing. Like, if you had heard of a show like this and you saw that there were 70 episodes, what would you think?
70 blepisodes is what I would say.
You'd be like, 70 blepisodes?
That's more than most TV shows, right? So
Right.
we're really kind of more successful than most TV shows.
Kind of more successful than the show Firefly.
Than The Wire.
Yep.
we're
Let me
kind
see how many
of
episodes Game of Thrones it has.
Maybe we have 70.
Maybe we have.
It would take longer to.
Amount.
I think that's 70.
Episodes? 8 seasons.
But adding in variants,
73.
I think.
So
that's close.
Yeah.
On Woke 74, we will officially have
more episodes than Game of Thrones.
That's right.
Well, I think on average, our episodes are longer than Game of Thrones episodes. So I think it would take longer to listen to all of our episodes than watch the entirety of Game of Thrones.
That's a fact.
It's kind of an accomplishment.
Dun 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 dun.
You think about it.
That's the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song, but
It's still applicable.
Similar. I thought it was the Game of Thrones one at first. Can't even think about how that goes off the top of the dome.
Dun 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 dun. Well, then Game of Thrones is the same thing. Where it's also like dun 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 dun.
It is slightly different. It's like slower.
Shit. Tell me that shit's different.
It's slower. It's like I can't even fucking remember how it goes off the top of the dome. It's been a while. No. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, you're like similar, but
I started. That's like one of those shows I started watching in college, and then just like it immediately. Well, not immediately. After like season 6, just got
poser
shit ass.
Yeah. It got rough.
I watched the entire first 6 seasons over the course of driving to Virginia from St. Louis and then back, which is like a 15-hour drive. So I like ripped through, and we have it all on DVD. So I just ripped through that on the way there and back. And then when I got back, season 6 was premiering. So I saw 6, 7, 8 all live. But
I feel so bad for people that were like, oh, wait, this might have been Max. I don't know. Did you do this, Max? Like who crammed in all the episodes right before the end? Did you do that? Or no?
We didn't finish it by the end. I think we didn't get current. I think we just watched it. We knew it was going to suck going into it. Let me put it that way. So I was just like, well, everyone thinks this sucks, so
it's kind of like seasons.
Let's see what we think about it.
1 through 4 are like pretty amazing television, and then 5 got kind of like weaker, and then 6 was insane just because of a few big battles and a few good characters. But then 7 and 8 were like
the season that ends with him fighting the fucking like him just standing there with a sword while like a million horses are charging toward him.
Yeah, the Battle of the Bastards.
That was like the peak of the whole show.
Battle of the Bastards.
Oh shit!
What happened?
Damn. I just like need my fucking little pull-out tray that has the keyboard on it. But without that battle, the season would have been kind of mid. But like that shit was insane. That battle, one of the coolest battle scenes I've ever seen. Honestly, it was like on par with like
Kingdom
Lord of the Rings and shit.
She was crazy.
Your dad loves Kingdom of Heaven. Not to put his business out there, but
I've never seen that actually. He watched it so many times, but maybe I should watch that.
When Kingdom of Heaven would come up on the DirecTV guide when I was younger, it would always get cut off by like at the HEA, and then I'd get, because I was 9, so I'd be like, "Oh, Kingdom of Hearts? Is that there's a movie about Kingdom Hearts?"
Wow,
I would get let down every time.
That's so funny. It's so
the dumbest shit in the world.
If y'all haven't figured it out by now, Max loves Kingdom Hearts like a motherfucker.
Not anymore. They kind of like now. I feel empty about it because they kind of just ruined it.
What, the new one's bad?
3 just was such a bummer, dude.
Really?
Like it wrapped everything up, but it felt like it was the Game of Thrones season 8 equivalent. Where, like technically it was great, but like they wrapped it up on the basis of like bullshit, basically.
Like the story was bad, or like the actual gameplay was not fun?
No, the gameplay was great, and the game was really well made, but like it was the story. It just like they crammed it all at the end. They like spent the whole game on just random bullshit, and then the actual story resolution for the entire series was at the very end, and it just all happened to work out perfectly. Kind of like not perfectly, but like like, oh, it's all, look at this, like everything's happy.
A little too lazy.
Yeah, like it was definite fan service, and that's why I think everything just lined up too well, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
You were like, at least like Donald Duck has to die, or like something.
Right, like someone needed to die, and no one died.
Jimmy,
Goofy has to literally get like decapitated and like.
Yeah, because Goofy almost died in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like we thought he was dead. There was like a good 2 hours of gameplay where you think he's dead.
Oh my god!
And it's just like, all right, he gets hit by. He no shit gets hit by a fucking big ass rock. Goes whoa, and just fucking like just dead. Just
rock just clips his head. Just he dies.
Sora! And then fucking just gets
don't decapitate me. Hey, he's a dog, right? Hey, Goofy, you're a dog. You're a dirty dog.
Yeah.
I want to find Goofy and I want him dead.
I want you to get this dog. And then Pluto is also in that.
Guy, and I want you to fucking clip his fucking nuts off. Find him.
And then what happened to Pluto?
No, just the fact that it's still funny to me. I can't remember who had the bit about Pluto and Goofy existing in the same universe.
Well, I totally thought there was something about Goofy being a cow and not a dog.
Yeah,
he is black like a cow.
Is he really?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure Goofy is a cow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
What is Goofy?
He's a weird looking cow.
He's a thin cow, but I mean, you're gonna body
no,
shape.
he looks
a tall,
weird.
Anthropomorphic dog. Okay, so he is a dog.
Oh,
he is a dog.
So then Pluto. I feel
Pluto's
like this
a cow.
Hank.
Okay,
I've heard this bit before.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I was asking who had that bit.
Also a dog? Question mark. Pluto, also called Pluto the pup, is a cartoon character.
So he's a pup, and Goofy's a dog.
So he's going to grow.
Rover.
He's going to grow into an anthropomorphic dog.
Yeah.
He's also known as Rover, like the Mars rover.
No, he's not.
He's Pluto.
I looked up Pluto is also a dog, and Google has 16.6 million results for that.
Wow.
It's just
it's an important topic.
Wonder, is there do you need that many results for something?
Well, you can make the argument that Pluto is a planet first and a dog second.
No, Pluto is not a planet. It's a dog.
Fuck.
Pluto is not a planet at all, actually.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah. I thought it got it became a planet again. I thought they changed their minds on that bit.
Astronomers need to get their shit together.
Who do?
I find in the planets. Planets. Yeah, I don't know. Discovered the planets.
Dude, I made a lot of money this week.
Oh boy, were you trading, dog?
Mm-hmm.
How much you make, Tony?
Well, at one point, it's not actually a lot of money, but like a lot of money for what I had put in.
If it's anything less than $100, then I'm.
Oh no, I made a few hundred. Yeah, wow. I'm just saying it wasn't like I was trading like thousands or shit like that. But I made a few hundred. I could have sold off. But so I did lose some of that.
So you put in like a couple grand.
No. Literally, like I bought AMC when it was at $3 and it went up to $25.
Yeah, you bought AMC way earlier than I did.
How much you put in AMC?
Like 100.
Yeah, I should have put $100 in,
but it went down. But I never sold. I never sold, and now it's down around like between 10 and 15. It fluctuates, so yeah. I definitely missed out on some. But there was hype that it could go up to 100, so I was like, it's worth leaving it in.
Yeah,
I bought Doge. People are saying buy Doge.
I bought Doge too, but only like a few bucks, like $5-10. But it went up to like $50, you know. So I was like,
goddamn.
Yeah.
I fucking I went on AMC. I put $15 on AMC, and I cashed out at 23. So I made $8.
Did you buy?
I don't know. I just $15 on cash out.
But what was it at when you bought?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, if you made like 20, if you like doubled it, then
I almost doubled it.
Almost doubled it.
Yeah, I came back with a 150%.
That's good.
Return.
I'm up like 300% on it.
Well, fuck you too then. That's fine.
So I'm better than you. No, I'm just kidding.
Clearly. No, I wish I kind of had put like $100 in, just a little bit more, you know, because I was pretty confident I wouldn't have lost, but it would have been cool. But this is why I don't gamble.
Yeah, it's just a pure. I mean,
that's why I was like, I had $15 in my Cash App account.
100%. It's literally just a poker. It's just a gambling game.
I would recommend though, like if you have the money to do it, like take $50 from each paycheck or $100 and just find some like low stocks that are like below $5, put 50 or 100 in it, and it will likely go up, in 5-10 years at least. So it's like a long-term kind of like or it will blow up like AMC, or GameStop, which was $4 last March. Like you don't know what could blow up, especially now that there's like this meme trading going on that they're calling it. They're like meme traders are from Reddit, and it's like it's not memes. It's just
people realizing that they can just do it.
Yeah,
it's just now we literally have a meme economy for real. Like
you integrate stock trading into every fucking money app, and you expect people not to use it. Like what the fuck?
Right? Yeah. Now they're making regulations about it and shit. But I would recommend, I mean, if we'll see what happens to Robinhood, maybe there'll be another app that comes up that's like, yeah, we're not going to fuck you over, guaranteed. And
Cash App's fine.
Still will, but
I haven't had any problems with Cash App.
Like you can buy stocks on Cash App?
Yeah, that's what I did all my shit through.
I made $1.60.
I had no idea.
I'm basically a market guru.
I was using Robinhood.
It's the key is to buy low and then sell when it's higher. That's my key.
Yeah.
That's how I'm flipped $10 into $11.60.
Yeah. The stock market is funny because people get mad when you just do what you're supposed to do in the stock market. It's like, I bought it low and now it's high and I sold it. You're not supposed to do that. It's like,
but I will.
I mean, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, there's always like it could go up though. It's like,
okay, well, you made $5 million last year, so no, I'm gonna sell.
I saw a video. I'll throw it up of Dave Portnoy. If I can find it, I'll throw it up of Dave Portnoy being like, "I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat 1.2 mil. I don't care. These bastards have to pay." Like, because he lost a bunch of money, like buying GameStop stock.
1.2 million. So I'll probably lose 2 million in this thing when it's all said and done. I'm not selling. I'm going to eat the 2 million. I'll fucking eat it. I'll eat it like fucking cake. I'm not selling because selling's what those fucking assholes want me to do. And I'm not going to do what they want me to do. I'd rather go bankrupt so I can bitch and moan about this shit forever. It's a no fact. I'm one of the great grudge holders of all time. I'm going to print a list of everybody who I feel is involved in the events today. And I'll make it my mission. You champagne bottles on the office, and I will wait. And I will wait, and I will prod, and I will pull. But we need to make sure they pay for the day. We really do.
But
yeah, he's out there crusading about this shit. I see him everywhere, like all over the YouTube. I'm just like, damn.
He's like, a fucking his whole thing comes from being a sports betting guy, right?
Well, he runs Barstool Sports, which is like a sports news organization,
right? But I'm saying like that's how he originally got his wealth, right? With sports betting. Let me look.
Probably. I mean, makes
sense. Portnoy sports betting. Let's see.
Gamble McDambling.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna have the rest of my Chipotle.
Yeah, this dude's basically a billionaire.
No, yeah, he's loaded.
We're gonna stick it to me, guys. All right, we're gonna stick it to myself.
But anyways, yeah, exactly. We're gonna stick it to these billionaires. I made my money doing a sports website.
Hey, look, I started a website. I'm one of the good guys. I bring you videos of people drinking, so you know that.
But anyways, you can trust me. Are losing a lot of money on this shit,
and
yeah, it's
that's why I just buy video games.
I'm really lucky because I have coworkers, like a bunch of coworkers that all trade, and they give me like tips and stuff. And if I had listened to my friend last year who told me to buy Neo, which is an Asian electronic car company, it was at $3. If I had put $100 in, I would have $2,000 right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, so after that, so later in that year, which was, so last year I started putting stuff in, every few paychecks, and I'm up like $200, $300 all time. So even if I do put something in that I lose a little bit of money on, like I netted.
You're netted up, bro. And I mean, that was it. And if like, that's still all the money you put in plus whatever you made. It's just
exactly.
It's working for you.
It's pretty low risk, and I've done it during this insane time of the pandemic and then rises and shit like that. Like this whole time, I've been slowly putting more and more in, and I'm up all time. So it's really just like a high interest savings account with the slight risk of like losing value but it's always going to go back up unless the world ends, in which case you don't really need money. So
right, yeah, I yeah, true.
It's funny you bring up the end of society because it's gonna happen.
Because it's gonna happen.
The funny thing is that like
that shit, maybe.
Yeah, and I would, if you have like $50 or $100, is almost like it's got to be money that you're willing to lose. Like, because I don't even think about this money as money I have. I'm just like, this is $100. I'm putting it into Robinhood, and generally it makes money. So
yeah,
that's smart, bro. That's smart, bro.
Just a little bit of, and eventually, like, hopefully, if I keep putting in 50 or 100 after another year or two, I mean, I'm going to be playing with a few thousand here and there. So
that's crazy.
I got to get on that.
I mean, it's also smart to just like put it into like utilities, something that's just going to like build over time. You know, like you said, it's a high interest savings account. It's kind of like that.
I mean, my goal is also to start putting money into a Roth IRA, which is like you can put $6,000 a year into that.
Shit,
and if you do that, like at our age right now, by the time you retire, you'll have more than $1 million. You might have multiple millions.
This is called Welcome Boke Money Talk. Welcome to the money section. We're talking cash. We're talking cash, investments, wealth development, business development. We're talking stocks.
We're talking about how to get ahead.
Investment portfolios.
Fully something that no one in my life explained to me until last year when my friend was living here for a year. And we were chilling all the time, and he like explained what a Roth IRA and all and investing and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, this would have been such dope stuff to learn from anyone else before the point in my life.
I should just
not that he did a good job, but like it's like, damn, 25, and I
need to just start every year putting a return on my taxes into a Roth IRA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just stuffing it.
It's not a bad plan.
Anyways, enough of that boring shit. I've been playing GTA 5, bro, and that game rules.
I haven't played that in a hot minute.
After watching Cyberpunk, especially the Cat Cyberpunk documentary thing, which is his 40-minute video sort of like dissecting why Cyberpunk sucks. You just appreciate something like GTA 5. It's just like, it's not only is it graphically fleshed out so well, and it's from 2013. I'm playing the PS4 version, but it's graphically fleshed out so well. Like it runs so smooth for what it fucking is. It's insane. Like there is such a natural ecosystem of people and cars and just like planes and animals and all kinds of shit happening that's so fluid. And like, I don't know. It's just, you look at something like Rockstar and it's like, both of these companies treat their employees like they're psychos, like psychopaths, and like work them to death. And it's like a very probably toxic work culture in places, I'm sure. But like, at least they make something. Right. They make something that when they ship it, it fucking works. Like, I don't know why, I just can't stand that concept that you would ship a game that doesn't fucking work.
On the project in total, it's between 400 and 500 people, I think, working on the game. So we've got all of those people working on the game. Have you experienced any times of like crunch time, the normal crunch time? Yeah, well, 100-hour weeks, 60-hour weeks type deal when you end up going through. We don't really like to talk about it too much because it's a little bit too controversial, and we're more here like to talk about the game and not about like the working life around the game.
Yeah, like, that's why I just have no interest in getting Cyberpunk. Just like from before, like months before it even came out.
I can't even get Cyberpunk if I wanted to. It's not being sold on the PlayStation Store because and they're getting sued now. Like if you watch that Cat documentary, this is the guy that does like montages, like awkward montage edits of like weird game industry stuff and makes fun of it. Especially when it's like bullshit marketing. He'll do like a montage of people promising something and then follow it with a montage of it failing in every conceivable way, like No Man's Sky or Lawbreakers or some of the Ubisoft games like Watch Dogs. Like he'll really get into that shit. But if you watch this, I mean, they literally had a lawsuit that specifically mentioned a date in January 2020, I think, where it was a release that was pushing back the game's like initial April release date in 2020 and saying like the game is currently playable right now, but we want to make it the best we possibly can. And it's like it was not playable then because it wasn't playable when it shipped. So it's
I wonder what it was like back then.
So it's just they're outright fucking crooks on top of being, I'm sure, fucking slave drivers in those fucking like Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, man, is like, if you look at No Man's Sky, because there's this dude, internet historian, who did a great video on it. It was like, the reason No Man's Sky was so fucked was because Sony agreed to give them like a huge marketing budget for the game, or a huge budget rather for the game, but most of it was allocated to marketing because they were intrigued by the concept.
Because Keanu Reeves.
No, I'm talking about No Man's Sky.
Oh, No Man. Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I thought you. Okay, sorry.
No, so like Sony like built the fuck out of the game for its marketing, and it wasn't ready. And they were saying like, "Yo, this isn't ready," but Sony was like, "Well, you're by contract. You have to release it by now." And now here we are, like 3 or 4 years later. If you go check out No Man's Sky, it's back up to full price because it's a whole ass game. I think it might even be free to play in some instances, but it's got the online play. It's got ship customization. It's like something that I really wish was there when it came out, because I'd probably still be playing it. But like,
I bought it and played it.
Yeah, no, I bought it on launch too, and it sucked. And now it's it's a whole game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like, is there combat?
Yeah, there's like space fighting and combat.
Okay, see, that's
like vehicle customization. Like there's like land vehicles. There's different planet archetypes, like different.
I want to try Outer Worlds also, which I haven't played yet, but my roommate had that before the pandemic. And yeah, man, it was like just like it looked pretty cool. It's like a space version of Fallout or something.
Dude, I played Warzone for the first time since Thanksgiving yesterday.
Did you get your account back?
No, I was just playing with what's the new one that
update on that?
I contacted them like 2 weeks ago, and they're like, "Yeah, it looks like it's still being looked into," and they opened a second case number for it, which I thought was weird. It's like, well, I don't know why you need to do that.
What the fuck is there being looked into? I thought they were going to replace the account for you.
I did too, but I guess it takes over 2 months to fix that. But I'm going to contact them probably again like this week.
So how are you at Warzone?
I didn't even miss a step. I was like destroying. I literally got 2 dubs yesterday. I hit some insane snipes that I recorded. I'll show you those. Like,
let's go. I'm happy for you.
I sniped a dude out the car, like just driving full speed. I sniped the dude parachuting in, like quick scoping fools. I had an 8-kill game.
Did you play on that new map, Resurgence or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
That's a cool that's a cool little map.
No, I love it. I got to win on that with some randos, and then I got a duos dub.
That's tight.
So with the Shiva, and he clutched the dub solo. So
that's tight. Sick. That's fucking sick.
So I'm excited. I'm gonna be back. I need to schedule. I need to like not be doing it every single night, but yeah, I mean, especially like us, if we start doing some streaming or like.
Well, that's what I'm saying, folks. We're trying to pick out a night. I'm thinking about Thursday night, where Tony and I play Warzone, but Tony has like the cam and the stream set up, and he's playing it on his. Because you can play that off your PC, right, with your controller.
I can't actually, because I need a graphics card. I didn't realize I don't have one.
Oh, you don't?
I totally thought I bought one when I built this thing, but then I was like, oh yeah, no, I never did. So I can't game.
What? Oh, what? I thought you were playing Halo and shit on your PC. And stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't require a graphics card because it's so like old and low resolution. But like Warzone, though, yeah, it needs a.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Well, when Tony gets a graphics card, we're gonna do that.
Yeah. We're gonna. Well, I can still stream. I would stream on my PlayStation, and then I'll just have OBS, which I already have downloaded up on my computer, and
SCOBS.
Yeah, and it'll be good.
And we can just stream.
We can do it already with the PlayStations.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll do that every Thursday. We'll do some gaming.
We'll get it, and then we'll box hot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Take that perp scoop from up north and go box hot that.
Speaking of box hot, it's been box not hot in New York. It's been break fucking tits. It's been
really
30 or below.
Pretty cold here too.
Like the last fucking week.
I went outside last night at like 9, and I was like, "Holy shit! It's 70 degrees in January." That's what's tight about Houston. So
70 degrees in January.
Tight.
Pretty nice. Oh, this is coming through the fucking top over here. Good God.
What the fuck?
That's definitely my favorite part about living down here. Is it's like kind of tropical. There's like palm trees and shit like that. It's kind of cool living in that kind of.
You live in cowboy world.
Yes, sir.
Land of the
beach cowboy.
Remember that movie Cowboys and Aliens?
So yeah.
Yes. What the fuck?
With Daniel Craig.
D.D. Creaky, directed by Johnny Feevey.
Daniel
Remember that movie,
Craig,
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter?
Yes.
That one was wild.
God,
47 Ronin.
Semi-successful, shitty-ass movies while we were in high school.
Yeah,
dude.
47
Ronin. Wolfman movie.
Dude, yeah.
Remember when we saw that?
Hobo with the shotgun.
I remember I did a review of that. Like,
in the newspaper or something? Or did I do that?
Yeah, I think so. It was like a video review. No, it was like a YouTube video review.
Did we do that together? I feel like we did that.
Maybe you edited it or something, but I feel like it was just my voice because I was like, "What to do, baby boo?"
Edited.
And like I just say like random shit.
Do you recall anything from 47 Ronin at all, Connor?
That Keanu was in it.
Yeah,
no.
Keanu. I don't know.
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, me too. I think. Did we all see that together?
I'm
I saw it with my
confusing that
dad.
with Ninja Assassin because I think we saw that.
I didn't see that.
47 Ronin had Keanu in it,
Ninja.
or Keanu Reeves with a samurai.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
was like
believe I did see that actually.
Yeah, I think you and I saw it together, but I can't recall a single thing from that movie.
no, none of the
The thing that
plot
I'm going to
elements
do
or
is cook an
lines.
op,
No.
dialogue.
just like I gave it. I'm going to cook an op, just like I gave it.
Yeah,
it has a
16 on Rotten
I'm
Tomatoes.
going to cook an op, just like I gave it. See, I'm just imagining him pulling up with a truck and having a catering service. Playboy Cardi. Just like I gave it. Okay, to your party. Okay, to your party. I'm young Cardi. All these bitches want young Cardi. All these bitches want the Cardi to the party. Cardi catering. He needs to do it. Cardi catering. A Cardi the party.
Wow. This looking at the cast for 47 Ronin is very funny.
Yeah, Migos should cover like Mary Poppins, just like, yeah, magic of ooh, get the yeah.
cookie.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to get on Sesame Street. When's that going to happen?
Yeah, what the heck? We need
Migos. Offset's gonna help me count to 12.
Take off. Yeah.
I've been listening to that listen back to that Uzi album too. Like that and Cardi are the only two hip hop albums from 2020 that really like I feel like are gonna carry through to subsequent years for me.
The hip hop. Here to the hip
and
hop.
that's probably the worst take in the world for anyone that like actually is a hip hop fan, but
yeah,
that's okay.
You're basically heresy right now. You're speaking
probably like
heresy.
There's probably scores of just amazing hip hop albums that I'm just totally writing off.
Amazing.
There are
Just Uzi and
droves
Cardi
of
for me,
musical
thank you.
creations that
Only
you
the
are
Sith deal and
abstaining.
absolutes. It's a bold claim. Only the Sith deal and absolutes.
What a phrase.
What a wonderful phrase. Let's get into some of these emails here.
Yeah.
What the heck? Okay. Got you. I was so confused. Like this, I couldn't. There was like such a professional LinkedIn profile to this Gmail that I thought it was like a business email someone was sending, but it's just a fan. Anyways, this call comes from Charlie. Subject line is hypothetical scenario crash landing pilot. And it says, hey, fellas. I'm sight reading this, by the way. Big fan of the pod. Kudos to the new format for 2021. I'm pumped to see Connor tell people to shut the fuck up and be able to see him stare them down. I come to you with a question. It's only Tony. It's not people. That's the one thing.
Yeah, just me.
It's just Tony.
Yeah.
I would never tell
It'd be
anyone
mean
else.
if he yelled
even
if
though
he
I
was
have.
like yelling at people.
Just
That'd be
Tony.
like rude.
Yeah.
And I would never yell.
People, he would never yell at people. Just Tony.
I come to you with a question that's been bothering the HE double hockey sticks out of me. He didn't say that. I said that.
Wow.
He said hell. It's pretty kind of
Wow,
it's
way
kind
to
of fucked
censor
up
our
you would
fans.
Just email a hell, knowing I'm a Christian. But
Yeah, it's a little crass.
like, do you just think that's a game? You think that's fun to just say hell?
Rude.
Just to
Eternal
okay.
torment, like something just joke about.
I guess you don't like love and fear God. I don't know, whatever. I was cruising YouTube earlier this week and came across two movies that had sort of faded into the abyss for me. First one is Flight 2012, featuring Denzel Washington, and Sully 2016, featuring Tom Hanks. For both movies, I watched the crash landing scenes from beginning to end, eyes glued to the screen. Stepping back from the movies, I asked myself a question that anyone should ask themselves at some point. If you're in a plane that is going down, would you rather Tom Hanks or Denzel Washington as your pilot? I pose this question for the Woke and Boke crew to unpack and debate. I'd like to add that I'm not asking you who's the winner in a Whip Whitaker versus Sully Sullenberger face-off. The topic was already settled 5-2 in favor of Sully via Max Every of MTV in 2012. Link here. Can't wait to hear what you guys think. Thanks for covering this question.
I actually haven't seen either. I've seen parts of both of those movies, but I haven't like watched them front to back.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tom Hanks has got to be like 80 at this point, right? So probably Denzel.
Yeah. I haven't seen either, but I'm still voting Denzel. He'd be more convincing.
And wasn't the Tom Hanks on the flight logs? Yeah, on the flight logs.
So that's why I trust him, because that's why he's my choice.
Damn it!
On the flight logs, Little
he's
St.
been
James.
on so many planes to Little St. James Island. He could probably steer them.
He probably flies them. The private jet. He probably has some experience with that. So maybe I changed my mind. Actually, Tom Hanks.
I also think there's a good chance Tom Hanks is like a World War II nerd and like flies planes for fun, and like he would know how to fly a plane IRL.
But I think Denzel would keep me more calm though. I think Tom Hanks would be better at flying the plane, but
like,
Denzel would be better with
on
crowd control. Yeah. He'd be like, oh God, we're going down.
All right, plane's going down. I don't know if that's Tom Hanks.
Denzel is like,
all right, we're going to land this plane and everyone's going to get off safely. It's going to be good.
He is always just mellowed out. He's always just like very, even in like action movies, I feel like he's just very like,
I'm going to land the plane. The plane's going to land. Denzel.
We're going to get it down.
Oh,
yeah, he's a very reassuring presence.
Yeah.
Denzel Hanks.
Tom Hanks is a little bit of a sub, a little bit of a beta.
Denzel Hanks 2028. 4.
So I switched back to Denzel.
Yeah, I don't know. If it depends on who's more experienced flyer, but if they're equal experience, I'm going with Denzel.
Yeah. That's the move. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hanks strikes me as a guy who needs to light incense when he flies a plane.
You don't want to be flying with those guys.
No, you got to get the vibes right.
Absolutely.
And that's basically it. We have some follow-up questions from the same people.
That's cool.
But I'll just read one of them here. One of them says, "Yo, Connor, your voice sounds like the snowman from Frosty Returns." That's from Zach K/H.
Epic.
I don't know why.
I don't know that was
Zach H.
Good.
Zach.
H.
I think that was a good question.
Yeah,
that was a great question. And then there was another one. This is from Jack, who has written in before. Gentlemen, quite a lot has happened since I wrote into the pod. I've quite appreciated the in-person eps you recorded for us. I'd like to get your thoughts about the insurrection at the Capitol. How did you react initially? What are your feelings about the whole thing? Kindly, Jack. I guess it's kind of an interesting question now that we're kind of like a couple weeks away from when that happened.
I saw a meme where it was like, that blonde girl who's like, and then she's like,
kombucha
and it's like something undesirable and something desirable, and it was like taking over the Capitol. And then it's like taking over the Capitol with an A, like that. So there you go.
All right, later.
Holy fuck, dude, that was fire. Holy shit. Getting the visual just in my head from you explaining it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like,
I literally can't leave this room.
With an A? Oh my God, dude.
So that's what I have to think.
That is Brittany Broski. Shout out Brittany Broski. She is a Moschino Dorito fan.
Brisky Brittany?
Her, if she ever listens to this.
Do you guys have anything to say about it? The insurrection?
It was dumb.
It was dumb.
Like that's
big
really,
stupid
but
dummy
funny,
sauce.
and I liked that it happened.
Yeah, because every one of those people deserves to go to jail. So there's that.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was just a whole weird thing. Like how there were like there's videos of like cops like funneling people in. Like
it was a op for sure. It was a psyop for sure. Like
I don't know.
One of the government organizations was definitely involved in at least making sure that happened without too much bad shit.
Riff raff.
See, though, the thing that I try and like understand, like since I live down here in Texas, especially the mindset of people is that so they, you know, obviously we think the DNC and the whole shit is corrupt as a muh. So it
just being on a podium at a debate, just like, so we all agree
Bernie Sanders.
that the DNC is corrupt as a muh, right?
The DNC.
But so to them, like I just try and like understand the mindset of like trying to overthrow a corrupt ass government, but like doing it in the name of Donald Trump is not the way to do it.
Yeah, it's cognitive dissonance for sure. The eeriest thing was watching the video of the shaman guy being in the middle of the Senate floor or whatever fucking stupid bullshit we have there, and he's like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Like he's just walking around, like one guy's on the floor, like bleeding. He's like, "Are you okay, brother?" He's like, "Yeah, they shot me." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then just keeps walking around. And then the cops are like, "Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to ask you guys to leave if you don't mind." And they're just like walking around doing whatever they want, taking pictures. And like, yeah, no, you guys are patriots. Like we love you guys. Like it's all good. And he's like, yeah, you know, just like it is a really sacred place. Like this is probably like one of the most sacred places. So I do unfortunately have to ask you to leave. And he's like, yeah, man, I get it. And just no one's doing anything. No one's doing anything. And it's like,
right. I didn't even know that was a video.
It would have been nice
like a guy bleeding out.
It's like, yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. It's cool. I'm just gonna stay here.
Checked in the mouth. It would have been nice. Like, someone get pistol whipped in the mouth. We're trying to get into one of those places, but
Patriot check.
It's crazy. Like people, like you got to think about it, like from the scope of like other countries. Like whenever we hear about shit, like when like an embassy is under attack or something like that, like. You know, and it just seems so far away, and it's like, man, that's crazy. Like this was that shit, but here, like, people died. Like,
but it's the stupid casual American version where you just walk in with your sweatpants and just like be like,
right, I'm gonna take this
and then
podium.
You get, like, shot in the eye with a rubber bullet, and you're like, what the fuck was that? What are they doing? Like, I'm so sorry. Come here. I'm sorry. Give me a hug. You are on the terrorist watch no-fly list now, but I'm sorry.
Right.
It's okay. You're just labeled as a domestic terrorist.
You're good.
To the end of your life.
Go to bed.
Did you hear Trump's lawyer, like his lead lawyer, like quit a week before the trial that he's about to be on?
Nice.
It's so funny that like they're like just going after him. He's like, he probably thought he'd be once he at one point he was probably like, maybe it's for the best that I'm not the president because everyone fucking hates me, and they were going to impeach him again, but they're still doing it even though he's now not even the president anymore.
I think it's like, so that he can't run again. That's kind of a strategy. Oh,
yeah, okay.
Because if he can run again, he will win.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Potentially.
He will probably win after 4 years of Joe Biden.
Yeah, because we don't really have any other options.
Because by the time we're done with these next 4 years, we'll be nostalgic for the Trump administration. That's the sad thing. These things will be so much quantitatively, materially worse. I mean, think about 4 years ago when Trump got elected. Did you think there would be a fucking pandemic that you can't go to a bar or a concert with ever? No. It's like, imagine what climate change, the pandemic, all this shit, extreme poverty, refugee shit, like, you know,
loss of jobs to technology,
yeah,
rising unemployment on account of that.
Well, and like refugees from climate change also, or like natural disasters. It's just gonna get worse. So,
well, I mean, like Florida could like be underwater in 10 years, right? Or is it longer than that?
There's going to be a coral reef that's just Disney World in Florida, and it's just floating Disney toys in a coral reef, and there's just like fucking sharks.
It's gonna be like Finding Nemo for real.
Being a shark seems fucking terrifying. You're just swimming in dark water trying to eat shit. The ocean is so fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, fuck the ocean, dude.
Fuck the ocean.
Oh, I went paragliding, or is that what it's called? Or no, like parasailing.
Yeah,
that's
where you're sitting in the seat behind being tugged by a boat, and man, like being up there that high. I went with my brother and sister, and me and my brother were like take the carabiners and like pull the clip in. We're like, Emma, like
that's really cool, funny, and smart.
And then they would drop us down, and there'd be like jellyfish in the water. We're like, no, don't drop us. And we'd be like dragged in the water, like out at sea, like
dragged through jellyfish. Funny.
I mean, they got away from the jellyfish, but I'm like,
burning your
you're just dipped into a sea of blackness because that's how dark it is out there.
Dude, what if we mess with
anything
Tony?
Could be right there.
What if we mess with Tony and drag him through a field of jellyfish? Just as a goof, dude.
In the Gulf Coast or in Florida? Oh, when you guys took a vacation to Florida in the middle of the pandemic, yeah, I remember that.
Right,
no, it was 2 years ago. We didn't.
But
do
you
that
guys
this time.
did do that, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, we didn't go around to like paragliding places. We like just stayed in the apartment that my aunt has. Like that's where we stay at usually.
Was there people around you at the beach, or were you social distancing?
No, it was like no. I mean, it was pretty there were people, but maybe like 50 feet away from us. Like it was pretty dead. It was in May.
But you did fly, right?
Yeah, I
and
fly.
This was
but there
in
was like
July, wasn't it?
No, it was in May of last year.
A better month, May.
It was like the end of May. So
second month of it.
But there was like no one on the plane. Like I fully had like my whole row to myself and no one in front of me, no one behind me. It was like maybe like 20 people. Because everyone was terrified.
Flying May of 2020. That was like, what are you doing? Now
Tickets
no one
low,
gives a fuck.
So.
Now it's like, okay, fine. We're just gonna open up the country again, or keep it open. Like no one anywhere is paying people to stay home at all. It's just I read today there's conservatively going to be 200,000 more people die. Or was that what it was? I'm gonna check my own tweet here.
People just don't give enough of a fuck. It's the sad truth. They're like, yeah, I mean, I'd rather businesses not fail than vulnerable people get sick and die.
Which is a bullshit excuse,
but
by the way.
The best point I've heard is that you can't get mad at people for not giving a fuck when they're not getting paid and the government doesn't care.
No, absolutely.
At all. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
A new forecast from the University of Washington's pandemic forecasting team is frightening. Even in a best case scenario, close to another 200,000 Americans are likely to die between now and May 1st. So that sucks. But anyways,
200,000
between then and now
to die from COVID, or like 200,000 more than what would have normally happened from the flu. Okay.
No. Yeah, more from COVID. Just
On
more
top,
will die from COVID. 200,000 more are going to die from COVID, which will bring it up to like near 750,000 deaths. But in America. But anyways, on that note, until that happens, as long as you're alive, you can subscribe to our YouTube, or follow our Twitter at Woke and Boke Pod, and follow our Instagram at Woke and Boke Podcast, and then write into the show and shit. We don't really have any fucking questions. I guess I haven't really been telling people that they can write in, but I don't know. Would appreciate more questions. We always love them. They're fucking fun. They're fun for us. Maybe they're boring to the show. Let us know.
No, I feel like they're not. Like I like when podcasts have people write in because it gives them a topic to talk about. So
cues are good.
Yeah.
But boys, thank you for joining me again this week.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you got this far, say episode 70 was lit. DM us. DM Tony, DM Max, me. Comment on the YouTube. We appreciate it. All right. Absolutely. Love y'all.
Our self-worth depends on it.
Gang, gang. Friendship militia. Talk to y'all later. Have a great week.
I only ever wanted to be your friend. I never wanted